The crash that changed everything. The forest was quiet that night. Only the sound of crickets and the soft wind moving through the trees could be heard. Sam, forest ranger, sat outside his small wooden cabin. He held a warm cup of tea and looked up at the stars. He liked nights like this, calm, peaceful, and full of silence. But that peace didn't last long. Suddenly, a bright flash of blue light tore through the sky. It wasn't a shooting star. It was bigger, faster, and on fire. A loud boom shook the ground as something crashed deep inside the forest. Birds flew away in panic. Sam stood up, his heart beating fast. "What the hell was that?" he whispered. Without wasting time, he grabbed his flashlight, his coat, and his old walkie-talkie. Then he rushed into the forest, running toward the smoke rising in the distance. Sam had worked in this forest for 6 years. He knew every tree, every rock. But tonight felt strange. The trees were too quiet. Even the wind had stopped. When he reached the crash site, his eyes went wide. It was a spaceship. It was silver and cracked open in the middle, still smoking. Strange symbols glowed on its side. Sam slowly walked closer, his hands shaking. He had seen planes crash before, but this was something else. And then, he heard a sound, a weak cough. He moved around the wreck and saw her. A girl, or something like a girl. She lay on the ground, half inside the broken ship. Her skin was pale, blue, and glowing. Her eyes were closed, and a thin line of blood ran down her forehead. She looked young, maybe 18 or 19, but she clearly wasn't human. She was beautiful, but not in a normal way. Her body shimmered like moonlight on water. Her hair floated gently, even without wind. Sam didn't know what to do. Was she dangerous? Was she alive? He took a step back. Then her hand moved. She tried to speak, but her voice was weak. "Please, help." Sam's heart sank. She was scared, hurt, alone. He couldn't leave her. Without thinking, he picked her up. Her body was warm, but it felt light, almost like she wasn't fully there. As he turned to leave, he heard something behind him. Click, click, click. Something was moving through the trees. Sam didn't look back. He ran back at his cabin. Sam placed the alien girl gently on his bed. He covered her with a blanket and turned on a small lamp. Her body still glowed, but her breathing was weak. "What are you?" he whispered. He cleaned the wound on her head and gave her water. She opened her eyes for just a second, silver eyes, shining like stars. Then she passed out again. Sam sat down on the floor, confused and scared. What had just happened? Suddenly, the lights in his cabin flickered. His radio turned on by itself. Even though it wasn't plugged in, a robotic voice spoke. "We know what you found. You have 24 hours. Leave her outside." Sam stood up, shocked. "Who is this?" No answer. The radio went silent. Later that night, it started to rain. Sam checked on the alien girl. She was still unconscious, but her body glowed brighter now, like it was healing. He sat beside her, whispering, "Who are you? What do they want from you?" Suddenly, her eyes opened wide. She grabbed Sam's wrist. Her touch sent a wave of energy through his body. He froze. Her voice was soft, but her words were clear. "They're coming." "Who?" "They want the crystal, and they will kill you too." Sam's eyes widened. "What crystal? What are you talking about?" But she had already passed out again. Outside, far in the forest, dark shapes moved between the trees. Their eyes glowed red. They weren't human. They weren't animals. They had come for her, and Sam didn't know it yet. But his life was about to change forever. The hidden enemy. The rain poured hard outside. Sam couldn't sleep. How could he? There was a glowing alien girl in his bed. A spaceship crash outside. And now some creepy robotic voice on his radio had told him he had 24 hours. He sat in the dark with a baseball bat in one hand and a flashlight in the other. The girl Eileen was still unconscious, breathing slowly, but her glow had changed. It was no longer soft and silver. It was pulsing, like something inside her was waking up. Sam whispered to himself, "What the hell did I just get into?" Flashback. A voice from the wreck remembered the crash site, the sound, the fear, and just before he carried her away, he had seen something strange, a floating black cube, half buried in the ship wreckage. It had blinked red once, then vanished. He thought it was his imagination. It wasn't. Back to the cabin at 3:47 am, the power cut out. The lights flickered once, then everything went dark. The cabin became silent, unnaturally silent. No wind, no rain, no crickets, just silence. Sam stood up slowly, his heart racing. He moved toward the window with his flashlight. Outside, the forest looked wrong. The trees weren't moving. Even the rain had frozen in place, like time had paused. Then, something moved. A tall, black figure stepped out from the trees. It had no face. Its body was thin and too tall to be human. Its head turned slowly, almost as if sniffing the air. Then another one stepped beside it, and another. 3 figures silent, still, watching. Sam whispered, "What the hell are those things?" He ducked down, but it was too late. His flashlight flickered, and the beam landed right on one of the figures, and just like that, the silence broke. They charged. Inside the cabin, Sam slammed the door shut and locked it. "Wake up, Aylin. We've got company." The alien girl opened her eyes instantly. Her glow turned sharp, like a living flame. "They found me," she said. "No kidding," Sam shouted. "What are they?" She sat up, her voice stronger now. "They are voidwalkers. Hunters. They don't speak. They don't feel. They were made to erase my kind." "Who made them?" Sam asked, grabbing his rifle. Aylin paused. "Your kind." Sam froze. "Wait, humans?" She nodded. "A long time ago. Not all humans stayed on Earth." Sam had no idea what that meant. But there was no time for a Sci-Fi history lesson. The front door exploded inward. One voidwalker entered. Its body seemed to absorb the light. Its face was smooth, featureless. Its arms turned into long blades. Sam fired his gun. Nothing happened. The bullets went through the creature. "Run!" Aylin screamed. She held out her hand and a shockwave blasted from her palm, throwing the creature across the room and through the wall. Sam was stunned. "You had powers this whole time?" She stood up. "They were sleeping. Now they're awake." Escape through the force. Sam and Aylin ran into the rain, deeper into the woods. The trees seemed to move around them like they were trying to help, or maybe they were afraid of the voidwalkers too. Lynn looked weak again. "They're jamming my energy. We must find the signal source." Sam didn't know what that meant, but he nodded. "Lead the way." As they ran, a small drone flew above them. It scanned Sam's face with a red light. Then it said, "Subject number 5, confirm. Asset attached to host. Report. Fetus detected." Sam stopped dead in his tracks. "What did it just say?" Aylin looked at him. Her face changed. "Oh no," she whispered. Sam pointed at her. "Did that drone just call me pregnant?" She didn't answer. Behind them, the trees burst into fire. The voidwalkers were still coming. And now, Sam had more than a glowing alien girl to worry about. Something inside him had changed. The truth about Aylin: Sam had seen weird things before: bears dancing in garbage bins, tourists getting lost, wearing flip-flops in snow. But nothing prepared him for this. He was now running through a rainy forest at night, with an alien girl by his side, hunted by faceless creatures. And oh yeah, a drone just told him he's somehow pregnant. Life had taken a weird turn. Somewhere deeper in the forest, Sam and Aylin found shelter inside an old firewatch tower. It hadn't been used in years. Dust covered everything. The wind howled through the cracks. Sam sat on the floor, breathing heavily. "Start talking," he said to Aylin. Now, she stayed silent for a moment. Then she said something that would change everything. "The child is not fully inside you. Not in a human way. It's inside your energy." Sam blinked. "What does that even mean?" Aylin sat down across from him. Her glow was softer now, almost sad. "In my world," she began, "our life doesn't begin in the body. It begins in the soul. The crystal that was in my ship, it chose you as a host seed. It connected with your life force." She pointed to Sam's chest. "You're not carrying a baby the way humans do. You're carrying a future." Sam's mouth was dry. "You mean, I'm like a cosmic incubator?" Aylin nodded slowly. Sam almost laughed. Of course, why not? Makes perfect sense. I drink tea, go on forest patrols, and carry interstellar life forms in my soul. Normal week, flashback. The crystals. Cassie Lynn explained more. Her planet, Sarah, was once a peaceful place, but it was destroyed by creatures that fed on energy voidwalkers. They were made using human technology that had been stolen and twisted. When Sarah fell, her people made one last plan to send the life crystal, a powerful source of knowledge and creation, away from danger. It could create life. It could also destroy. And now, Lynn said, it lives in you. Sam was quiet. But why me? He asked. I'm no hero. She looked at him. Because you chose to help me, without fear, without a reason. The crystal chooses hearts, not weapons. Meanwhile, somewhere else deep underground, in a lab beneath the Earth's surface, scientists in black coats stared at screens. One of them, a tall man with sharp eyes, watched footage of Sam carrying Lynn. This one is different, he said. A voice replied through a speaker. The asset has merged with the host. Prepare retrieval team. The tall man smiled. Bring him in alive. The child must not die. We'll take it the moment it forms. Back to the tower. Sam couldn't sleep. He stepped outside to get some air. Above him, the stars seemed different tonight, darker, colder. That's when he saw it. A second crash site. Far in the distance, another glow lit up the trees. But this one wasn't blue. It was red. Like fire. Like danger. Sam ran back in. Lynn, we're not alone anymore. Her face turned pale. That's not my people, she whispered. That's them. A stranger appears. Before they could leave, someone climbed the stairs to the tower. Sam pointed his gun, ready to fire. But it was a human. A young man, soaking wet, wearing a tech uniform with a strange symbol on the chest. I can help you, the man said quickly. I know what they've put inside you. Sam narrowed his eyes. And who the hell are you? My name is Dr. Marcus Ray. I used to work for the organization that created the Voidwalkers. But I escaped. I want to help stop them. Lynn didn't trust him. Sam didn't either. But Dr. Ray held out a small device. This will show you the truth, he said. The thing growing inside you, it's not just a child. It's a key to open or close the portal between worlds. Sam's blood turned cold. Portal? He repeated. Yes, Ray said. They want to bring the void realm here. Make Earth their feeding ground. And your baby is the key to opening the door. Thunder shook the tower. A red light appeared in the sky above. Lynn's eyes glowed bright again. Dr. Ray stared at Sam. You have to choose soon. Will you protect the child, or destroy it? Sam looked down at his hands glowing faintly now. Just like hers. Something had already started inside him, and there was no turning back. Hunters in the shadows. The red light in the sky didn't fade. It just hung there, like an angry eye watching the world. Inside the old watchtower, Sam couldn't breathe. His hands still glowed faintly. His heart was racing. Lynn stood frozen. Her body was trembling, not from fear, but from recognition. They're opening the veil, she whispered. The door between our worlds. It was never supposed to open again. Dr. Marcus Ray, the young scientist who had just appeared from the shadows, nodded slowly. They're calling in the real hunters now, not just drones. Not just voidwalkers. Sam looked at him, confused. There's more than those faceless freaks. Ray hesitated. There are levels. You've only seen the first. The tower burned suddenly. A loud screech echoed through the forest like metal screaming. Then silence. A second later, boom. The bottom of the tower exploded. The whole place shook. Sam grabbed Lynn and pulled her close. Flames rose from below. Ray grabbed a rope from the wall. Go now. They've found us. Sam, Lynn, and Ray rappelled down the tower just as the flames swallowed it whole. Behind them, 3 black figures rose from the fire. New voidwalkers, larger, faster, and now with glowing red weapons fused to their arms. Run, Lynn whispered. But Sam wasn't just running this time. His legs moved faster than before. His breath was calm even while sprinting. He could see details in the dark cracks and trees. broken branches, shifting shadows. He was changing. The forest Mazethi ran through the dense woods, dodging trees and jumping over roots. But the Voidwalkers didn't slow down. They moved like shadows phasing through matter, skipping steps, teleporting in short bursts. Sam turned around and shouted, "Any brilliant ideas, Doc?" Ray fumbled through his bag and pulled out a silver sphere, EMP pulse. "But I have to charge it." "How long?" 2 minutes. "We don't have 2 minutes." The glitch in the air just then. Eileen stopped. She closed her eyes. Her body glowed brighter than ever before. The trees around her began to shimmer, like reality was glitching. She whispered, "Sarian shield. Initiate." A soft wave of energy pulsed outward. Time slowed down. The Voidwalkers froze mid-step, trapped in some invisible bubble. Sam blinked. "Did you just pause reality?" Eileen dropped to her knees, exhausted. "Only for a few moments." Ray activated the sphere. A wave of static blew through the trees. The Voidwalkers cracked and buzzed and shattered like glass. Silence returned. Sam helped Eileen up. "You okay?" She looked up at him. "You're adapting faster than I expected. The crystal inside you, it's waking up." Sam didn't like the sound of that. The underground facility led them to an old bunker hidden beneath a hill. It was cold, dark, and lined with rusted steel. "This used to be a testing facility," he explained. "They called it the Cradle. It's where they built the first generation of Voidwalkers, and where they tried to grow something stronger." Sam frowned. "Stronger than that?" Ray didn't answer. He opened a sealed door. Inside were glass tubes filled with strange bodies, half human, half machine. Some looked like children, others like monsters. Sam stepped back. "What the hell is this place?" Ray looked sick. These were failed hybrids. They tried to combine human DNA with energy extracted from Sarians. Eileen's people. Eileen turned away, her hands shaking. "You murdered them. You used them." Ray nodded slowly. "I didn't know what I was helping build until it was too late." The secret chamber at the center of the lab was a chamber lined with black walls and pulsing lights. Inside it was a mirror, but this wasn't a normal mirror. It didn't show your reflection. It showed your possible future. Sam stepped close, and what he saw made his stomach drop. He saw himself, eyes glowing, skin cracked with blue veins, standing over a burning earth. Eileen lay behind him, unconscious. The child, glowing bright, floated in the air. And Sam? He was no longer Sam. He was a weapon. Ray's final warning. Ray placed a hand on Sam's shoulder. "If the Voidwalkers fail, they'll send in the harvesters. They don't come to fight. They come to extract." "Extract what?" Ray looked at him. "The crystal, the child, and your soul, if needed." Sam stared at the mirror again. His voice was quiet. "Then we don't wait for them." Lynn stood beside him. "What are you saying?" Sam turned, eyes fierce now. "We stop hiding. We go to them. We end this." Far above Earth, something massive moved through space. A ship larger than a city entered orbit. A voice echoed in a dark control room. "Prepare the harvester. The host must not survive the transfer." The lab. Sam had made a choice. And no more running. No more hiding. He was going to end this. But sometimes, the war finds you before you can fight it. Capture it happened so fast. 1 second. Sam was outside the lab, scanning the horizon. The next, a blinding flash, a humming sound, and then darkness. He woke up lying on cold metal. His arms and legs were strapped down. The room smelled like chemicals and static electricity. White lights buzzed overhead. Machines beeped quietly. Woman in a gray lab coat stood beside him. Her eyes were robotic, literally. No pupils, just tiny cameras. Her face didn't move when she spoke. "Subject number 5. You are awake. Good. The host body has remained stable." Sam groaned. "Where am I?" She didn't answer. Another voice spoke from the shadows. A familiar voice. "Dr. Marcus Ray." The betrayal. Sam turned his head and saw him alive, uninjured, standing beside the lead scientist like he belonged there. You lied." Sam growled. Ray didn't look guilty, just tired. "I didn't lie," he said. "I simply delayed the truth. I never stopped working for them. But I am trying to stop what comes next." Sam struggled. You drugged me, Ray nodded. To save you. Save me? You strapped me to a table, man. Ray walked closer. You don't understand. What's growing inside you? It's not just a child. It's a hybrid seed, designed to evolve faster than any being in history. A bridge between our world and theirs. Sam's voice was dry. The baby again. Everyone wants this baby. Is there a galactic baby shower happening or something? Ray leaned in. This child will be either the savior of your world, or the end of it. Experiments begin. McKean started scanning Sam's body. A hologram appeared above him, showing something glowing in his chest, something pulsing with light. It's alive, the robotic woman said. And growing. Sam saw flashes in his head. Images. Dreams. Aylin. Her planet. A war. A falling star. Then a crib floating in space, surrounded by fire. Ray turned off the machine. We have 72 hours before it reaches critical fusion. After that, we won't be able to remove it. Remove it? Sam asked. Ray didn't answer, but the coldness in his eyes said enough. They weren't here to save him. They were going to cut it out. Back at the bunker, Lynn knew something was wrong the second she woke up. She could feel it. Sam's energy had vanished from her senses. They've taken him, she whispered. She stepped outside. The world had gone quiet again, like the forest was holding its breath. But she wasn't alone. Behind her stood a figure in black armor, a rogue voidwalker, scarred, half broken. Its weapon arm was gone. It didn't attack. It knelt. I was built to kill your kind, it said. But I have seen the truth. Lynn stared. I will help you save him. The rescue agency Lynn and the rogue voidwalker codenamed V7 traveled across enemy zones using hidden tunnels. Along the way, they passed broken labs, failed test subjects, and whole rooms filled with preserved bodies of other hosts. Most had died. None had made it as far as Sam. He's strong, V7 said. Too strong. That is why they fear him. Lynn looked forward. Her eyes glowed with quiet fire. Then they should. Back in the lab, the child awakens inside the lab. Sam was weakening. His body trembled. He was sweating. The crystal inside him was burning hot now. Then, the lights flickered. The machines beeped rapidly. The female scientist backed away. Something inside Sam was moving. From his chest, a faint beam of light shone upward and took shape. A small floating figure like a child, but pure energy hovered in the air. Everyone in the lab froze. The figure opened its eyes silver and glowing, and spoke. You tried to control me. Now, I will see what you fear. The lab filled with visions, monsters, fire, destruction, screams of every failed experiment, every lie, every secret. Ray fell to his knees. What? What is this thing? The energy child turned to Sam. You chose peace. They chose war. Then it vanished back into his body. Sam gasped and passed out. The doors of the lab exploded inward. Lynn stood in the smoke. Beside her, V7 raised a stolen weapon. She looked at Sam, still strapped down, barely breathing. You tried to break him, she said coldly. Now, we break you. The child of 2 worlds. Seconds after the Rescuth lab was in ruins. Sparks fell from the ceiling. The air smelled like smoke, metal, and panic. Lynn stood over Sam's body, full of worry. He wasn't waking up. Sam, she whispered, placing her hand on his chest. Come back, please. V7, the rogue voidwalker, stood guard at the door, scanning for enemies. But even he looked nervous. Lynn looked up. We don't have much time. Then, Sam breathed in sharply. His body arched. His eyes opened, but they were glowing pure white. The awakening Sam sat up, gasping. I saw everything, he whispered. I saw your planet, the wars, the machines, and the baby. Lynn held his hand. What did it show you? He looked at her with tears in his eyes. Not what it is, but what it can become. She looked confused. What do you mean? It's not just a child anymore, Sam said. It's becoming a mirror. It reflects the soul of the world around it. Lynn's face went pale. If it grows in pain, it becomes destruction. Sam nodded. If it grows in love, it becomes hope. Meanwhile, in orbit, a ship the size of a city hovered above Earth. Inside, Dark beings stood in a circle. They had no eyes, no mouths, just masks of metal. The central figure raised its hand. The host has awakened. Begin atmospheric collapse. We retrieve the seed, or we burn the world. Dozens of capsules dropped from the ship, falling like meteors across the planet. The harvesters had arrived. The escape back on Earth. Sam and Lynn escaped the lab using an old underground monorail. The walls around them glowed as the child inside. Sam reacted to the world. He could hear everything, the heartbeat of the earth, the wind above them, even thoughts. Lynn looked at him. You're becoming more than human. Sam laughed weakly. Great. Just what I needed. Superpowers and morning sickness. But deep inside, he felt fear. The child was thinking on its own. The vision that night, while resting in a bunker, Sam had another vision. He stood in a ruined city, burning buildings, ash falling like snow. In the sky, a giant version of the child floated, glowing with chaotic energy. Lynn stood in front of it. Stop. This isn't who you are. The child looked down at her. You let them hurt me. You didn't protect him. Then it opened its hands and the world shattered. Sam woke up screaming. Lynn rushed to his side. What did you see? I saw the end. Not of a planet. Of everything. The child speaks again suddenly. The room filled with the soft light floated above Sam's chest. The child appeared again, energy form glowing. No longer infant-sized. Now, it looked about 5 years old. Its eyes were both silver and sad. It spoke in two voices, Sam's and Lynn's at the same time. They want me to be a weapon, but I want to choose. Sam stared at it. Can you control this? The child shook its head. I'm linked to both your emotions. If you break, I break. The arrival of the harvester. Suddenly, the ground shook. The 7 burst into the room. They found us. Outside. The sky turned red. Harvesters descended, 8-legged machines, walking like spiders, scanning the ground with laser eyes. One of them saw the bunker and began drilling downward. Sam grabbed Lynn's hand. We have to protect the child, no matter what. She nodded. Even if it costs everything. The battlethea ran outside just as the bunker collapsed. V7 charged forward, launching a stolen plasma bomb at the lead harvester. It exploded, but another took its place. Sam felt the child awaken again inside him. Power surged through his body. His skin cracked with glowing blue veins. He held out his hands. The air bent. The trees shook. A pulse of energy shot forward and blasted 3 harvesters into ash. Lynn gasped. Sam, you're channeling it. Sam grinned. I guess this makes me a space dad wizard. But then the sky opened. A new ship arrived. Bigger, darker, shaped like a scythe. It hovered above the forest. Inside, a voice spoke through the sky. Sam Carter, you have become the bridge. Surrender the child, or Earth will burn. Sam looked up at the sky, breathing hard. He turned to Lynn. No more running, no more hiding. We make our stand. Now, the final choice. The sky is falling. Ship above Earth blotted out the sun. Dark, silent, deadly. It hovered above the forest like a giant shadow. And when it finally spoke, its voice was heard in every mind across the planet. We come not to conquer, we come to correct. The seed must return. Sam stood in the clearing, arms glowing, his breath fogging the air. Lynn stood beside him, weapon in hand, her skin shining like moonlight. And in the space between them, floated the child. Not fully energy anymore, not fully flesh. Something new. Around the world, panic spread. Governments lost control. All over Earth, people pointed to the sky. Prayers were said. Guns were useless. Military satellites lost signal. Internet feeds cut out. But one camera stayed online. And through it, the world saw Sam, standing alone beneath the alien mothership. And the world watched. The final offer. A beam of red light struck the ground before Sam. From it, stepped a being. In smooth black armor, its voice was calm. Too calm. You are the first successful host. The only human ever to carry the seed without dying. But you are not the goal. The child is. Sam clenched his fists. He's not just a seed. He's alive. He has thoughts, feelings. He chose to stay. Alin stepped forward. He has a name. His name is Kai. The armored being tilted its head. Then choose, Sam Carter. Give Kai to us, and Earth will be left alone. Refuse, and Earth becomes the next Sarah. Sam's face hardened. You already destroyed one home. You're not getting this one. The battle begins. Being stepped back. Very well, said. Then this is your last sunrise. Hundreds of harvesters dropped from the ship. The sky turned red. The forest shook. But Earth wasn't going down quietly. Suddenly, from the trees came resistance fighters, humans who had followed the broadcast. Soldiers, civilians, ex-scientists, all armed with stolen alien tech and the fire of survival. And in the sky V7 returned, flying a captured enemy ship. Guns blazing. The final battle had begun. Sam unlocks his power in the middle of chaos. Sam dropped to his knees. Kai floated above him, eyes wide, glowing. Sam whispered, "You don't have to be what they made you." Kai looked down, scared. "But what if I become the monster?" Sam smiled. "Then I'll stand in front of you and remind you who you are." Light exploded from Kai's body. It entered Sam's chest, not burning, not hurting, but merging. His feet left the ground. His body turned translucent, filled with stars, energy, memory. He saw everything. Past, present, every possible future. In some, Earth burned. In others, it thrived. Sam realized something. The final choice wasn't giving Kai away or keeping him. The final choice was becoming one with him. The stand. Sam floated into the sky, now glowing like a second sun. He raised his hand. The alien army paused. "I'm not giving you Kai," he said, his voice echoing across continents. "Because I am Kai now, and we choose our own path." The leader tried to speak, but Sam pointed at the ship. A beam of pure light shot from his hand straight through the mothership's core. The ship shuddered, then collapsed, folding into itself like paper in a flame. The sky cleared. The harvesters fell, lifeless. The silence returned. Earth had survived. After Mathdes passed, the world changed. People rebuilt. Governments paused. Humanity looked up at the stars, not with fear, but curiosity. Sam was never seen again. Some say he became light. Others say he travels between stars, guiding lost worlds back to life. Alin stayed behind. She watched over Earth, becoming a protector and a quiet teacher. But sometimes, late at night, when the sky is clear, you can see two stars moving together side by side. A reminder of a man and a child who saved two worlds by becoming one.